basically, if you're watching this program, you either live in the 2000 period or in the 7-year, which we call it tribulation times. If you live, and it's important because your action to this program should be differently if you live in this during the 2000 years, or if you live, watch it during the 7 years. If it's during the 2000 years, you want to become born again. And by becoming born again and salvation basically happens at the same time. The salvation is when you accept Yeshua as the Messiah, as your sacrifice. Becoming born again is when you believe that Yeshua was raised from the dead, and by that you were actually receiving the Spirit of Elohim. The one that Adam was died, that we lost, we became body and soul. By believing that Elohim raised Yeshua from the dead, you receive the Spirit. And it doesn't make you Superman. That's as potential. It's up to you to use it, and there's ways to use it. And this is not the mission of this program, but it's very important how to live with fellowship with Elohim and how to operate the Spirit and the manifestation of the Spirit. It's a definitely important issue, in which a believer should seek. It's just not the issue that I'm talking about it. So I don't want to give the impression that I'm downplaying it or that it's not. It's very important. So basically, you accept Yeshua, and you have to confess it with your mouth that Yeshua is the Adon. Adon is, I would say, master. People call it Lord. And by that, basically, you accept the fact that He died for your sin, and then you have to believe in your heart that Elohim raised Him from the dead. And that's very simple. It's amazing how simple, because it's a gift. It's not something we can earn. It's just a gift. It's not by our deeds. We cannot achieve salvation by our deeds. To be a good person is very important. It's one of the commandments, to be good people. But it's not how we get salvation. So the only way we can get salvation is by the blood of Yeshua. And the good deeds are very important, but we cannot receive the Spirit by the good deeds. The only way we can receive the Spirit is by Elohim gift. And He give it not by lottery, but by certain conditions. It has to fulfill justice. Again, it's not to impress them, it's to fulfill justifications. And the justification is that you have to believe in the heart that Elohim raised Yeshua from the dead. So that's very simple. And I'm planning this program money to Jews that never even read the New Testament. So I'll just tell you a verse from the Bible, from the New Testament. Most of it probably won't even know what I'm talking about. But in the future, I hope you would become born again, and you would study the New Testament, and you'll see this verse. It's basically, there's a book called Romans, which is a letter. I won't go into details to that. And chapter 10, verses 9 and 10, of the most important verses in the Bible. This teaches you about salvation. And you probably would think, oh, there's probably something with a lot of instructions to do. No, it's very simple. You just need to confess with your mouth that Yeshua is the Adon, and believe in your heart that Elohim raised Him from the dead, and you are saved and you're born again at the same time. If you watch this during the 7 years period, it's a bit different, because people will not become born again, and will be saved but not become born again. There's going to be some kind of leadership during this period, so I don't want to talk about it so much, because it's not revelation that I know much about it. But I'm sure it's going to be the salvation will be the same salvation, the blood of Yeshua. There's no changing of that. That's been the salvation from the day of Hevel and until the last day of when Yeshua is coming back the second time. So salvation can't be changed. The issue about receiving the Spirit or not, that's different ways in different periods. So I don't know much about how it will be in the 7 years. But I'll go back to the main issue of this program, which will be about how the Satan is promoting and building his kingdom, and how he manipulates human hearts, human minds. And that will be the main issue of this project. But I may always come back to in your head that the salvation is a gift of Elohim, and it's very easy, and it's always available for you. So I hope as you see the bad things, the desire for the good will be strong in you.